This is Aminata, day 10. Wow. Um, went on my walk this morning, and the message I got was to tell you about really a little bit about this journey and a new part of this journey. Um, the whole life story reading is still a struggle with the whole Facebook Live thing because you can find it back and all this kind of stuff. So I'm still trying to figure that out. Um, the last one, I was able to find it back, and then they silenced the first 5 minutes because I played music and you don't have ownership. So Big Brother is watching. Anyway, so that's being worked out. I'm still working on that. But one of the things that happened that was really nice with these storytelling sessions is that people are bringing their children to listen, but I purposely did it late at night. So it was kind of an adult thing. But it's really nice that people want to bring their children to listen to stories. So what I've decided to do on Wednesday, starting next week, from 5 to 5:30 Netherlands time, we will have some stories for families and children. And there will be folk tales from all over, but even speaking with my friend Rosalba Ikaza, we can also write stories together. And so look for it, because we're going to put out a call to ask people to either give us elements of stories, or if they have stories they want to share, or if they're willing to write stories with us. But something is coming, so she and I are working on that. And then another thing I wanted to share with you is that since 2014, I've been working on this project of writing stories for children in transgender families. I did it with my students at SIUE, started in 2014, and then brought that with me to the Netherlands and worked with students at Leiden University College. Then I worked with the Hangout 070, which is a youth LGBT plus community center. So all these different people have been involved. Now it is to the point that the stories that we have are going to be part of a minor at the Hague University of Applied Sciences about sexual and gender diversity. And so one of the assignments that students can do, they can use the stories that we've created to engage with classroom teachers and students, and they will help construct some discussion guides. So that's really exciting. But one of the things that we've been saying is that we have like a collection of stories that we've written. And one of the things we've been saying, we needed a story about a non-binary child, because, we didn't have that. And so I was trying to work with students to write it, or some young people from the community, but it just wasn't happening. And so finally, especially as things are getting ready to start with this minor, it's like, okay, we need this story. So I was like, okay, then I'm going to write it. And so I started, and then I called my son, the artist, who has illustrated all the stories too. And of course, he really, really, really helped me and guided me. And so, so I have this story, and that he and I both worked on. And so I'm going to share that with you right now. So, so the title of the story is Super Secret. I have a secret, a big secret, a superpower heck of a secret. I keep it all to myself, don't share it with anybody. I don't share it with my dads, my sister, or even my best friend Luke. There's only one besides me who knows my secret, and that is my trusted sidekick and pal, Arnie. You see, Arnie's my dog. I got Arnie as a puppy from the pound. Arnie's been my friend since being a baby pup, and I've told Arnie everything since they were a baby. I've told Arnie everything there is to know about life, so I had to tell Arnie my secret. I also know that my secret will be safe with Arnie. Arnie and I have plenty of adventures. The other day, Arnie and I went exploring in the woods not far from home. I know those woods by heart. I had not planned on going very long, so I didn't take my phone with me. I know I was supposed to. My dads allow me to go into the woods with Arnie only if I have my phone with me. So yeah, I kind of knew it was wrong, but I figured I would not be there that long. We went playing and exploring when all of a sudden I stepped into a hole. A twisted my ankle and it hurt so bad. I screamed, I tell you. I cried too. Not very long, but I did. Then Arnie started to lick my face and I stopped crying. I tried to get up, but I couldn't. I didn't know what to do and I panicked. This is why my dads wanted me to have my phone with me. I felt so stupid. But Arnie was there. I told them to go get my dads and they ran off. I was hoping and praying that they went and got one or both of them. Arnie's usually pretty good in following directions, but you never know what might happen. Both Dad and Poppy came. I have never been so happy to see them. The moment I saw them, I started crying again. Arnie licked my face again. I thought my dads would be mad at me because I had not listened, but they were just happy I was okay. They picked me up and carried me home. I told them sorry 100 times and promised I would be more careful and always take my phone. They were not mad, but they did put me on punishment. I can't go into the woods for a while, but that's okay. I didn't feel much like super anything then. My super secret did not help me much then either. Do you want to know what my secret is? I don't think I can tell you. You know, I know a lot about superheroes. Most of them have a secret identity, you see. They wear masks, or in the daytime, they have another identity, like Superman. I think it is to make the people not scared. People are scared of what's different. I've seen that. And people can do horrible things, scary things when they are scared. Isn't that funny? When people are scared, they do scary things. People are weird. And that's the thing. I am not weird. It's because I'm not weird that I have to keep my secret close. I'm a lot like a superhero. I have a special power. It's not like being super strong or being able to fly, but more like spidey sense. I feel things that other people don't. I feel it so much that it takes over my whole body. I feel it so much that it even goes beyond my body. And you know what? Now that I think about it, as much as I like comics, when people have powers like that, like mine, they're actually not heroes, but villains. Look at Mystique. Well, fine, but I still think my powers are super, and I will keep them a secret. I like my powers, though. I think they're special. Maybe not unique, but definitely special. Papi gave me a book about Mexico. In it, I learned about Ometeotl. Ometeotl was an Aztec deity that was both male and female, or consisted of a pair of deities, depending on who you talk to. Sometimes the deity was called Ometecutli, and sometimes Omecicotl. I don't even know how to pronounce those names, but I think they are beautiful. There was a similar deity with the Mayans, Itzama. This one was even more fantastic and was connected to the heaven and the stars and went way beyond a simple body. Both Ometeotl and Itzama are considered self-created. I like that. They had created themselves. They didn't have to step into a world that says boys do this and girls do that. Or maybe they did, but decided to make their own selves regardless of those boys and girls rules. I really like that. They also had the power to create. And because they went beyond the simple boy or girl rules, they could hold everything, be everything, and bring forth everything. I think that is very special. I think I have a superpower because sometimes I can feel like a boy and sometimes like a girl and sometimes neither or both. Just like them, I go beyond the boys or girls rules and it feels pretty special that there were deities like that. Even if it wasn't true, there were stories about deities like that, about beings that didn't fit in the rules and went beyond the rules. And so, I'm not unique because obviously there were people like me long before. The Mexicans showed us that with their stories. I like the idea of living in a world where there are stories like that. It would make it that people like me would not be seen as weird. Now you know why I keep my power a secret. I guess I told you about it anyway, huh? I have to hope you will keep my secret like Arnie does. Or perhaps you take my story and share it so that one day I no longer have to use my secret identity. But don't tell anybody that I forgot my phone. That part is kind of embarrassing. And that's my story for today. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend.